of the biggest things that gets lost on maybe new staff. I think people that are new in the industry, if you're a new grad, you studied architecture, you studied design, the one thing that gets lost on a lot of former students, I'm going to call it that, former students, is the purpose of the drawing. And it all depends. Put it this way. Drawings are meant to convey an intent, some kind of intent. It might be a design intent to a client. It might be a construction intent to a contractor. It might be a building code, life safety thing for the city, for building permits. It's all purpose. It's like, what is this drawing for? And you don't learn that in architecture school. What you learn in architecture school is, oh, this is how we represent a building schematically, or no wall is a single line. Walls are double lines. There's a thickness, there's an outside and inside to a wall, or there's two sides to a wall. We get all that. That's just general training. That's good stuff. And the presentation of that is presentation of a design for a school project. When you get into the working world, the drawing is not just the drawing. The drawing is conveying an intent, and it depends. What a lot of new grads, former students don't realize is that you need to understand who that drawing is for. And I gotta admit, a lot of principal architects or a lot of supervising architects aren't great at conveying that, because it's so natural. By the time you get so many years of practice, you just know, okay, we need to convey these things for this drawing package. We need to convey these things for this drawing package. People are not born knowing this stuff. And so if you're starting out in your career, give that some thought. Who is the intended reader of this drawing is so important. That's everything, actually, because if you convey the wrong thing to the wrong person, project can die. Like, if I accidentally show something that I shouldn't have shown, it can open up a can of worms that shouldn't. Maybe I should give an example. So, for instance, if you're conveying something to a client, having a bunch of technical, issues on the drawings isn't really helpful. What's important is conveying a design intent. So you might need to, in the drawings, you might need to augment with some 3D imagery, some axonometrics. You need to convey to the client, this is the design intent and this is why we're doing it. Versus for construction, when we issue something to a contractor to build, it's vastly different. Like the design intent is less, the contractor needs to understand the design intent, but they also have to understand how to assemble this damn thing. And a good architect will also be thinking about, how physically are they going to do this? You can't build a wall inside out. There are some exceptions to that rule, but in general, you can't build a wall inside out. You can't swing a hammer if you don't have enough space to physically do it. So if you make a little tiny space, it's gonna be so difficult to do. Certain coves, we've done cove details that don't work, and we had to revamp it in the construction phase. So it's thinking on that kind of level of, and that separates between a former student to an intermediate architect, or intermediate intern architect, however you want to call it. There is a difference, and knowing who your audience is so important. That's it for now. This is Architect on the Move. I'm Jason. Take care. Cheers. Bye.